YouTube's not receiving enough, is it saying? I'm downloading, but it should be at a slow enough speed that. Let me try it now. Jesus, I can't even see that. I did a zoom factor earlier on. Why the hell is that going up like that? Oh, I know why. I was recording and I had it at 10,000. I can resume this again. That should fix itself. So yeah, this is part 89 of the GUI. Going to be doing some menu and code refactoring stuff. So let's get to it. So can you help me on Discord? I think yours are the C++ stuff. And constantly spamming won't help. You know, obviously GLM is installed correctly. I'm guessing this is my video. So you've definitely copied the source code from the GitHub page, and you followed along all the videos up to that point, and you haven't just skipped to that video. Confirm that, please. Okay, so I was just doing a video on cash flow, on economics, and menu update method. Okay, so if I go over to menu, that's looking cool. Menu.cpp. We basically need something very similar for this. So update and const float ampersand dt. Again, alright, that's fine. So if I go to, so what things do I have? I have a button and a label. I think that's all I've got in terms of the menu. Button and a label. A button and a label. So we have a draw method in here somewhere, right near the top. So let's now create a update the classes objects through dt delta time difference between frames. Good evening, Farhan. It's like I was saying to somebody else. Pixel passing that to me. Hello, Pixel. Forgot I'm not uploading a video yet. Will do it. Do me a favor, Pixel. I'll be doing this stream till about 1 second. Sure, the stream's fine. Yeah, fine. Because the stream was looking a bit dodgy on my laptop, but it was just needed to refresh. Do me a favor. In about actually at the end of the stream, remind me. Even if I've ended the stream before you remind me, pop me a message on Discord, remind me, and I'll upload the video on the channel. And I'll put a link to your what's it called? The channel in the description. Okay, so let's copy and paste this. And label. The label. What? Does the label already have a CP? An update method. Oh, I think you already have one. It already does. That's pretty nice. Okay, so if that already has it. The button still needs it. And in this, all we're doing is underscore label dot update dt and underscore background update dt. And what we also need to do is in the menu component, we need update may have to be already in child classes. Update const float ampersand dt. Yes, that should not be in the CPP. This is a basic implementation. Let's do void menu component update. Because it's not a pure virtual, is it? Const float dt. Okay, so save that, close that, and I'm hoping now in close that in the menu CPP shouldn't get any errors now. See if this should still hopefully run the way it was. This is all good. Then we can move on to the refactoring. Yes, I updated that. Okay, that's fine. Close that. Could do a comment in this. Let's just get this over and done with while I'm here. Close that. Close that. Okay, so if we go to not menu. Yeah, I did need one of them. Like, let's go button. vector object in here? Yes, I have. Copy that bad boy. All the menu. Okay, so what else we doing next? We've done the menu. That was a simple one. Remove or double code that one method could be called from another in classes. Add set position with vec2 as parameter for drawable to all child classes. Add move with vec2. Add rotate relative to current blah 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 blah. Okie dokie now. Okay, so remove all double code. I know what I mean by that. So if I go in here, I'm gonna close all of this down. I'm gonna open up the. Did not want to do that because this has issues. I'm gonna seriously regret this. I am. I bet this is gonna it's gonna crash and reboot now. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is just open up button. I'll leave splash state open. I'll close everything else. So in button, if we have a look, we've got method for set padding, for example, and effectively this one is the same as this. This is basically this, but only setting it for X, and this is basically this, but only setting it for Y. So if I want to essentially, what I want to do is eliminate the need for any of this. So if instead I was to say, if I said set padding, so glm colon vec2 X comma Y update default style. That's basically what I want to do for all of them now. So that way anything that I need to add, just add it in there and it fixes it. So this is the same, but the difference here is it's going to be X, but we don't have a Y, so we're going to say underscore padding dot Y. I don't know why I was moaning before. And I'm basically going to do something pretty similar with this. But I'm going to have it for X and I'm going to do Y. Boom, done. So that's that done now. And now for set size. That calls this one. So is there even the need to do this anymore? No, there is not. So I'd already started on this for some of it. And with background image. So some of it's already done. It's just I need to remove some redundant code. so set label anchor. So I can now do this with the label. Actually, no, label anchor. Actually, no, yeah, that's something different. That could potentially be done with being renamed, but that's a different discussion. That is. So now let's do it for this one. This is a pretty long task to get through, doing this, but it's an important task that needs to be done. Okay, so set position. We don't need to do any of this. We won't need any of this, and we won't need any of this. So all we need is set position x comma y. Copy that, and be the same for this, but we'll need getters for part of it. So we'll say get position y. We'll do get position x. Okay, so that's that done. Character size we can leave. Ooh, they're different color stuff. They're different color stuff. Ooh, yeah, again, same with the movement. This is relative to its current thing, so all we have to do is get rid of this. Yeah, all we have to do is get rid of this and say move glm vec2 x comma y. Copy that, and for the x, for this we just put 0, and for this we just put 0 for the x. Okay, so set scale. Okay, so again, I'm gonna move this up top first, because I want that one basically to be the core one. Hey, Emmanuel Alabanji says, hey, hello there. And yeah, we can get rid of all this. So we're gonna say set scale, x scale, y scale, update default style. And now if we copy that, put that here, but for the y scale we're literally going to put get scale y, and we're going to do something very similar for this, but we're going to say, because that's going to be red, get scale x. Same font we don't need to mess around with. Ooh, can we mess around with this? Nah, don't believe so, because they're different. They are totally different types of methods. They are. I mean, maybe let me have a look. Label style. Set style. I'm gonna set style. I'll leave that separate. Reset label positioning. call this one. Can we not do something similar for this as well? So we have width, but we don't have height. So it's min size dot y. And can we do something similar for this? Go min size dot x. Okay, so that's all that done. Now what we basically want to do is something similar for this as well. So paste it there, paste it there. We have underscore max size dot x underscore max size dot y. No, sorry. That should be y. That should be x. Make sure this is x, y. That's good. Okay, so button is all done now. I'm going to give you a quick build. That's fine. Do another build. Now circle CPP. Radius, set position. Yeah, let's go do the same thing for position now. Oh, we don't actually have them implemented. Really, I do need these two implemented, to be fair, before I remove all double code. So let me get onto that then. Let me get rid of that. So we've got to set the position. Get rid of menu, get rid of game, get rid of mouse, keep that. And what we're going to say, so we need to open up all. We need to open up the circle. We need to, do we? Yeah, there. Oh, it's doing it next to the pin one. Circle. The next one, I doubt it's parallax. Rectangle and sprite and triangle. Oh, is that it? Just these four? Not too bad actually, not too bad at all. So we got to implement the move and rotate ones. That's not too bad at all. If I go to button, I would have done it already in here. So if I go to move, I'll copy that. And go to sprite as well. Copy, paste that. Rectangle as well. And go to circle. Okay, so now we got to do for set position. We go to button. We should have that here somewhere. There we go. Let me copy that. Emery says hi, Emery. Okay, so let's get down to doing this. Let's get down to business. So if I go to create method implementations, actually I can leave this now because when I do it I'll just feed it into this anyway. So the only thing I want to do is sort out the positioning while I'm here. Okay, so this is the one I was doing anyway, so I will continue with this momentarily. Set position. Sprite. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so just Sprite now. Oh, I've just done this, I believe. So rectangle. Apparently I've just done this as well. Okay, so let's continue with this. So if we go into here, of all child classes, yes, so all the ones. Button, we already have it, and we already do it for the move as well. So what else do we do for? I'm pretty sure labels already done, but I'll double check. Label. Let me just have a look actually in the documents folder. We've got the project XYZ. Graphics. So no, don't care about that. Drawable, no, don't care about that. Don't care about that. Done label. Done scrolling background. Do we have that sort of functionality in scrolling background? Let's have a look. If we do not, then it's does not look like it. We can ignore that then. Sprited, okay, that's done. And literally it's just label, which was we already did. Okay, that's looking good then. And let me just confirm it's all in the drawable. So set position, and let's have a look at move. Yep, that's all good. So if we now go over to circle, so yeah, that's all done. That's all done, and we're doing this now. We're continuing with this. So if I have a look, set position, we actually need to implement this. So we can implement this like so. We can say this is going to be position. We can't just pass in position here. This is going to give us an error. That's not what the internal SFML accepts. So we have to do .x position.y. That's that done. Now what we can say is set position glm colon vector 2 x comma y, and we will get rid of that. Copy that. It's going to be pretty similar for this. So okay, so what we need to do, instead of that, instead of y, we're going to say get position y, and we're going to do the same for this. Get position, so size is a-okay. We need to do the similar thing for the move method. So let me move this over here. No pun intended. Offset, and I'm going to say offset.x, offset.y, and I'm going to say move glm colon vector x comma y. Copy that, paste it, and we're gonna say, oh, that's just 0, isn't it? Because we're not moving it by anything. Now the rotation. So yeah, next thing we'll be doing is doing a rotate functionality, so we can rotate relative to its current thing. That's irrelevant at the moment. Now we're gonna do this for set scale. It's literally the same thing. So all we gotta do is say set glm colon vector x scale y scale. X scale. Get scale y. Get scale x. Okay, so we're on the pivot stuff now. This is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting indeed. So this can be abstracted into this, but I think what we're doing here, yeah, because internally there's a bunch of stuff happening. So with this one, I would leave it and only do for these two. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. And I'm gonna say set pivot glm colon vector x point y point copy that. X point, I'm going to say get pivot y get pivot. I don't know why it didn't appear then, but it does now. Okay, so with this one, how different are they? It's really just this. No, they're different enough. So setting the texture rect. Instead of that, I'm just gonna say boom, done. Let's give this a build, see how's it going, how it's going. Then we can go to the next one. Don't know if we're going to get this all done today, but we get some errors. We'll have a look at them in a second. Ooh. Bunch of already defined stuff. Okay. Already defined. That's calm, that is. That's no problemo. Give us another build. Got another is defined. Bright set position, yes. Not a problem. Let's give it another build. Okay, yep, so we've done circle now. What's next? Circle, no, 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 no. Or label. I mean, label is possible. Not label, sorry. It is label, but it's label, hey, CPP. Gonna crash, ain't it? The beauties of Visual Studio. So yeah, I was on the removing all the double code, and we're gonna go into the label CPP. Boom, done. Not done, but we're going on it now. Here we go. First one, set position. Let's get rid of this. So I'm going to say set position glm : vec2 x comma y. And now let's paste this over here. And for this, because we don't actually have the y in here, so probably it's not giving me an error yet. It should do. There we go. So we're just gonna say get position that should be a method. Hey, where are the get position methods? We don't need to do anything else in terms of get. Yeah, that's gonna get from the drawable, isn't it? That's calm, that is. Get position. Okay, so in terms of the move, it's pretty darn simple. All we're gonna say is get rid of this. No, we want to keep that actually. We want to get rid of this. Move glm : vec2 x comma y. Paste it over here, and for the y need 0, for the x here we need a 0 as well. So set rotation, okay, so there's another one, and that's the scaling now. Set scale glm : vec2 nope. Gotta make sure I replace the right one, haven't I? Yes. Okay, so set scale glm : vec2 x scale y scale and get scale y and get scale x. Set pivot. Okay, so now we're doing the pivot stuff. Let's put this one up top. Copy that. And this is going to be get pivot y, and the same before get pivot x here. Okay, so set style, no, don't need because I'm not solved with that. And we're done for label. Give us a quick build, make sure this is still working. Okay, so we done label. So main, we don't need to close off. We map, menu component, mouse, parallax, physics world, player, Qt, RBM, rectangle. You know, I thought we wasn't gonna get this done today, but I mean, we could do it. Yeah. I'm gonna get all this done today. This little moving of the double code. Let's bang this out and get it done. Okay, so with this, let me report to this. I'm gonna go and get some more water. Set position. GLM colon vec2 x comma y. And this is going to be get position y. Get position x. Okay, so gotta do the same thing for set size as well. So set size. So let's set the size. Let's get rid of this. Let's say set size. GLM colon vec2. Nope, this is not the one that I wanted to do it with. Annoying when this one is not first. Now we'll do the same thing for move now. GLM colon vec2 x comma y. Yes, the texture rect. So let's, what did I do for this? I did this, did I not? And instead of this I did glm colon ivec4. That should, boom, done. This all goes well, then we're on to sprite and then triangle. Oh no, oh no. X scale, Y scale. Get scale Y. Get scale X. Gotta make sure I don't have any other blunders like that. Should be GLM vectors. Yes. Okay, so let me recompile this if there's any errors, any problems in here of the same type. No, it does not look like it. And let me do the same for, so it's sprite next anyway, but let's have a look at button, circle, label as well. So if I just put it, see if there's anything in label that's like that. Hopefully not. Well, in reality, it would have to be one of them anyway. I mean, if we really want something, we can say default break. There we go. So if I give that a build now, that should fix that warning. Actually, no, what we'll say is here. And that should fix that warning now. Okay, save that in circle. Let's do the same thing, make sure we're all good with this. You'll let me know in a second if I am. Yes, we are. Do the same for button, then we can go into sprite. But again, there are a few recursive stuff. Don't mind about that. Should be a float. Let me have a look at it now, and the recursive stuff will fix. why the recursive didn't appear this time. There it is. Let's give that a build. Let's see what the next loss of potential data is. Her Dingen says hello, hello her. We're just doing a bunch of refactoring, doing that thing that you were saying about, you know, like here, if you've got a set position method, just have the other set positions internally call this one core one, and that does all the work for it. We're almost done. We've just got the sprite and the triangle class to do. There's just a little couple of side problems I just came across whilst implementing it. Some of them are that I've end up making made myself. So GLM colon vec2, that's what we're just going to fix now. But how are you doing, her? How are you doing indeed? Recursion is a bit of a minefield when you first learn C++. Is there anything that you find tricky? I mean, it's all tricky in its own way. Recursion in what sense? In terms of implementing it or accidentally implementing it and that causing a problem? I don't really have an issue implementing it. Obviously, sometimes you can end up having problems where you don't realize a method is calling another method that's calling the, let's say, or a class is including a class, and that class is including the class that class was just got included by. I've had those issues on the stream before. I'm fine, busy as always. You, same, good, and busy as always. Okay, so set scale, gotta fix this now. Okay, so GLM colon vec2 x scale. So this is get scale y, and yes, I should be a float. If I go to label, header, set in the character size, okay, so that should fix all those warnings now. If it does, we can move on to sprite and then on to triangle, and then I'm going to wrap up for today, and then we will have made some nice progress. Have a look. Default style, character size is a float. Get character size. Okay, I need to fix that one. Needs to return a float. And Give that another build. Hopefully that fixes that issue now. I think it's fixed one, it's got another. I'm sure you can hear that, and I don't care. Why is that? What am I doing? What the hell am I doing, man? No. Person unsigned in. Why am I using a float? Why the hell am I using a float for this then? Don't know what the hell I'm doing. So it's a set character size for label. So let me run that. Figure out where the next set of warnings are. Got a definition. Don't see the issue here. Buttons, the character size. Hopefully that's fixed the issue now. Looking like nothing wrong in button now. See when it hits the others. Yes. Okay. So let's get on to Sprite. Sprite. So Sprite. So Sprite. So set position glm : vec2 x, y. Copy that, paste it, and I'm going to say get position y, get position x. set scale. Almost done with this class, and then we can go on to the final one, which is triangle, and then we'll wrap up for today. Okay, so I forgot all about this stuff that we was doing. I want to fix that as well. 1 second. Set texture rect. GLM IVEC4. Okay, so we don't want an SFML instance here. So this is a usigned, that is a unsigned char. That's literally all that is. So if I go over to here, I put unsigned char, and I go to sprite, down toward the bottom, and I go to unsigned char. We should hopefully still have a working application. Let's see if we get any warnings for problems that I've caused in Sprite. That's not a problem, don't care about that. I'm talking more about Sprite. If not, we can open up triangle. We're looking good. We're looking pretty darn good. Okay, so let's just bang through this one now. Move this over to here. And this is going to be position. Okay. Okay, so set position glm column vec2 x comma y, copy, paste it here, get position y, almost there, almost there. I don't know if you're still here, but we are almost there. So for the set size, why was this one so complex? Oh yeah, because it was the triangle thing. Okay, so move now. So if I move, I made that joke before. That one was last time. It came out naturally. This time I purposely said it. Offset. The 2 episodes, 1 division today. Copy that. And here we go. Get scale Y. Get scale X. And now the pivot stuff. Whew. Almost done. Give it a run. we can see what's the latest, but that's nothing's actually changed in terms of the front end. Yeah, this is what we got. Nothing that we did today, we're just doing refactoring code. How that works, and you can click on it. Obviously, we don't know. It's up to us to do, you know, some sort of click functionality. But what was the zappy thing for? Okay. So good to do. Remove all double code. Yes, I did that as well earlier. I don't need this anymore. So that's what the menu component was. Okay, slowly getting there, slowly getting there. I feel like it'll be fun and annoying when we get to this bit, because we're just creating the individual components at the moment. Then in here, we'll obviously, we've already got a basic menu system, but we'll combine it even more, where you can actually easily add buttons and press up and down, for example. Or I really want to get this FPS counter done. Like I want it like Doom's, where he provides all that information about the CPU, about the graphics card, about the API, the frame rate, you know, and graphs and all that stuff. I might end up using, what's that? What is that graphics library that her and everyone else always talk about? FML. GUI. It's not just for SFML, it's usable in a bunch of stuff. That's it. Did ImGUI appear? ImGUI. Let me give this a build, because that's fine. Okay, so wrapping up now. So yeah, we'll be maybe adding ImGUI in there so we can menu menu update method and removing code redundancy. Okay, so let's commit that, then we'll be wrapping up. Okay, so next time is part 90, still on GUI, and we'll be getting onto rotate and scale. Rotation. Panel been signed out. It's a bit whack, ain't it? It's a bit weird. I'll sort that out after. Push origin. Boom, done. Okay, so that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. Oh, there's a big dip there. And I will see everyone very, very soon. Gonna go and have some food with the wife and play some Super Mario 3D on the Nintendo Switch as well with the wife. Thank you very much. See you soon.